guys, it's Friedia here, and today is my 32nd week bump date. I set up on my outside patio because it's a nice gloomy day and the light was good, and then as soon as I started filming, they started doing construction right behind my house. "30 weeks. Now there's dogs." So my last update was 30 weeks, and from then till now, nothing major has happened. Still no food cravings, still nothing new to my body other than my stomach just keeps growing like crazy. I haven't had any new pains or anything. It's just the same old, if I'm sitting in one place, my back or my bottom back will start to hurt a little bit. Other than that, it's been still pretty easy. The only thing is because the baby is getting bigger, that it is really hard to go to sleep. It's really hard to find a comfortable position, whether I'm watching TV or lying down. And even when I'm standing up, you can really feel the weight. Like my stomach right now is like I swallowed a rocket. So it's kind of, it feels like there's so much stomach and nothing to hold it up, and that's where it gets a little tough every now and then. At 32 weeks, my baby is the size of a bok choy. It is 16.7 inches, 3.8 pounds. I don't know if my baby is actually 3.8 pounds, but it definitely feels a lot heavier. Another thing is that I feel him move so much more than before. He's very, very active in there. It's like he's trying to make space to get comfortable or something. I don't know why he would need to move so much because he's basically upside down like this, but I do see a lot of movement, more than my 30 weeks. So I don't know, does this progress? Does the movement of the baby just get stronger and stronger the closer I get to my due date? Which is kind of frightening because there are times at night, in the middle of the night, where he'll just like nudge and then I'll wake up and be like, what? And it's just him trying to figure out how he wants to lie down, maybe? I do feel like I am a little bit more tired than I was last week, so I actually just got up from a nap. Because whenever I feel tired, I'm just telling myself to stop and just close my eyes and relax. So I did nap today. I took a good 30-minute nap. But then I wake up and I feel like I'm kind of back at it, except for like I can't move as fast as before. I'm not as swifty as before. I'm kind of like, oh, let me grab that, oh, type of thing. Which is sort of weird because I'm usually, when I'm at home, I'm like doing this and doing that and all these things, but it's all just kind of calmed down right now. The exciting thing that did happen at the end of my 32nd week was my baby shower. I had been planning it for a while. I know it's not traditional for the mom to plan their baby shower, but I did not have a lot of friends who have babies, and I just thought, like, why would I put all of that onto my friends when I have ideas and things that I want to do? So, right, like 2 weeks before, my two sister-in-laws and my best friend were like, hey, can we help you with your baby shower? So they actually helped a whole lot with my ideas that I had, because I wanted to do a lot of DIYs and I wanted the theme to be like mountain woodland-esque, which you can kind of still see the mountain that I made in the back over here. I didn't shoot as much as I wanted to on the baby shower day. I think at the end, all I really wanted to do was enjoy my friends and family that were there and just really be in the moment. So I have little snippets. Like I said, I wanted to have the theme of the party to be woodland, mountain, something very adventurous. I want our little boy to be very adventurous, and you know, the season right now is very fall-like, or it's getting there. At least in LA, it's getting there. And I wanted to have little animals around because I just think critters and little creatures are so cute. That's how we kind of set up the table that way. For the background, we made these mountains and we used a little Christmas tree. It's a white tree on one side, and we had all these treats. We had cupcakes, we had little Chex Mix and these little cups and some veggie sticks. And I think the main attraction were the donuts, the little bear donuts that I got from Fantastic Donuts. And they were so cute. They were so cute that people wouldn't eat them in the beginning. They were just like taking photos. But I ordered little donut holes. One is blueberry, one is chocolate with little cookie ears. And then I ordered the large size donuts, half in blueberry and half in white. So, you know, it kind of has the little bear outdoorsy theme. So these little bear donuts went perfectly with everything. And we also made these amazing little mushroom cupcakes, mini cupcakes. We've topped it off with red icing and little white icing spots, and they look like little mushrooms. So very cute, so very yummy, and the perfect size. Like, I made everything bite-sized. It was after lunch, so I think everyone kind of ate lunch, and then these are just like little things that you can nibble on. I didn't want to just overly complicate things and have a whole buffet. Just wanted to keep it very simple and easy. For games, we did Draw a Baby on Your Head, which is where you have a paper plate and you're supposed to draw a baby on top of your head, which is actually really hard, and to pick a winner was just as hard. I also made these little cards where you have to guess the baby animal name. So let's say if it says dog, then the baby animal name for that would be puppy, or if it's a cat, it would be kitten. So I found the game online, but since I do graphics, I just made my own little template and we passed it out to everyone and they just had to fill it in. And that was actually a lot harder too. Like, I thought people would kind of get more of the correct answers, but there were some pretty silly ones. Like, next to panda, it said express. Clever, but not correct. And for the guys, I gave them a little fun, quick game, which is chugging the beer out of the baby bottle. And this was a last minute thing. So we got these small little baby bottles from the dollar store, thinking that it would be over very quickly. The nipples to the bottles were actually newborn ones, which I didn't know, and it's really hard to suck out of. So it took a very long time for them to chug a small little baby bottle. So if you guys are gonna play that game, just make sure they're not newborn nipples. And another game that we had people do where as soon as they walked in, we gave them clothespins and they were told not to say baby, my name, and my husband's name. And that was a fun one because you could actually hear people say like, hey, how do you know Fred? Or, you know, like making gestures instead of saying the word. So that was actually a lot of fun. As for activities, when we weren't doing games, I just wanted to have little places that people could do things. So on the main table, I had people write their addresses for their thank you notes. That way, as soon as they come in, they can write it down, and all I have to do is just write a thank you note, put it in there, and send it out, which is easier for me. And I can just keep track of everyone's address. Instead of just signing into a guest book, they'll actually write their address. That helped a lot. We did an alphabet book where I just had a little container with alphabets and they pick one out, ABC through Z, and then whatever alphabet they get, they have to draw on a little sheet, whatever it is. So if it's A, it could be apple, or it could be our friend Alan, or it can be anything, and they would draw and write their name in the back. I thought this would be just a really fun, creative way to have a little alphabet book for our son, but it's something that all our friends kind of came together and made, and I think it was a lot of fun for people. I think. And the last thing that I had were baby wishes. So I got some cardstock and I cut out animals with my silhouette cameo. I had a bear, a rabbit, a squirrel, what else? A fox. And I just had people come in and write wishes for the baby and write their name in there, and that way I can also like scrapbook it or keep it somewhere, and then they can kind of just pin it by the window, so we have like a little strand of animals, and I thought that was really, really cute, and everyone wrote some really sweet messages. Again, that's something that I hope my son will be able to look back on and read. Just that day, it was just so much full of love, and we felt so blessed, and we just knew that our little boy would have so many aunts and uncles and friends that just wanted to, you know, be with him and be by him, and you know, they're gonna teach him things. And so I don't know, it was such a special day. I felt like it was so much more special than a birthday or something. I could really feel the love in the room, and yeah, I just felt so lucky to have everyone there. And we did do a co-ed, so I had my husband, he brought his friends, and everyone kind of came together. So it was like just a nice, really warm house party, and that's what I wanted, and that's what I got, and it was perfect. So I guess I'll show you my bump then. Here is my bump for 32 weeks. As you can see, he really is starting to look like a rocket. It's getting really pointy right here. And you see this? He's starting to get really big and heavy. So this is where I was saying like how the stomach goes in like this, but there's nothing to support the stomach. But from the front, it's not that visible. It's as soon as I turn to my side. As for an update, that's pretty much it, but there are so many things that are going on right now, getting ready for the baby. We've been taking birthing classes, so my husband and I have been practicing breathing, some massages, some ways to, you know, get your area more opened. That's on our list. Also, pediatricians. It's that time where my midwife, the birthing teacher, and everyone, they're like, hey, you should really start talking to pediatricians for your child because they're gonna need to see the baby within 24 to 48 hours. Being a first-time mom, these are things that I did not know of, and they aren't written in the book that I've been reading. So, yeah, that's been very new. I am also thinking of going to a chiropractor just to make sure that my bones are aligned and they're okay and they're not crooked and stuff like that. Another thing we need to do is, since I am having the baby at home, I need to look for a doctor for just in case. Anything that's emergency related that we can go to him or her. So that's also on the to-do list. A lot of things that my husband and I need to do, but it's all a learning experience, and it's been a lot of fun. It really has been. I haven't been stressed. Like, I'm enjoying the process. It's been very, it's new, and I like it. So that's basically it for my 32nd week bump date. Maybe I'll update you guys when I'm 34 weeks. Maybe I'll do it every 2 weeks. We'll see how it goes. Getting out of a nap and setting up a camera was a little tiring, so we'll see how this goes. But yeah, I do want to keep you guys updated. And for any moms out there that have gone through the process, if you have any advice on my 32nd week going to my Labor Day, yeah, please let me know. Everything you guys told me for my registry, I added it on, because it was so helpful. So thank you for everyone who took the time to do that. Thank you so much. Really, really, really helped. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please thumbs up it. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And yeah, I will see you very, very soon. All right, bye.